You know how many business some of us have lost simply because of this internet challenge? Your duty as an NCA is to make sure that once the thing started, you get hold of the exact problem, then you let Ghanaians know. They will be on guard. This thing is a wake-up call. The continent as a whole, what are we also doing? What if you wake up one day, or this very whole thing travels to a man, 2, 3, or 4, and there is no internet? It means we don't have an alternative. By now, Africa, we should boast of our own internet. And now I understand, say, other countries, them are also be worse. Yet we have African leaders who on daily basis will go to seminars, speak grammar. If this thing travels like a month or 2, banks are going to be affected. Already banks, them are transactions, they go on.
YTV, yearn for more.
All right, people, you're back. This is the hot takes with me, Nana Osai. These days, guys call me Nana Osai. But I take up exactly how we do it. You know, we say the truth exactly how it is. No filters, unapologetic, no capping. Guys, today be simple. This very internet you're using to stream the very video you watch, there's a problem. And it's as if like the ECG situation. In the beginning, when it started, it was like, oh, it has to do with your telco. So if you're on a very network, oh, maybe it's my network. But then we realized that no, it wasn't a particular network. So for me, I saw my when I think on was it Wednesday, I realized I couldn't access most of the social media platform. Then I reached out to colleagues and they said, oh, it's the same. Then we realized it's not limited to your network alone. It's a general problem. But then you see, when things like this start happening, you're looking up to the authorities or the agencies in charge. That's the National Communication Authority, to come out with a communique for you to know that, oh, okay, it's a general problem. But then they didn't come out with the communique. So we kept talking to ourselves on social media. You realize at the point, oh, internet issues. Until one popular streamer, an American who decided to take a tour on the motherland or the continent, right from Nigeria, decided to also come and touch base in Ghana. So when he was in Ghana, it was when he realized that the internet was not stable. And then he also took to social media and announced that Ghana didn't have internet. And at that point, NCA thought that they have been exposed. So quickly, they came out with a communique, which for me, it's a good thing. But then somebody will also argue that, so if this very streamer had not spoken out, were they always going to be like, oh, yeah, we are managing it internally? What were they going to tell us? Because clearly, he had to take the gentleman, because he had a loud market, he's loud, to say something like that before the NCA brought out a communication. But then we'll cut them some slack. I must say that afterwards, they have come out with, I think, 3. If I remember, before, on Saturday, I saw the last one telling us that this thing will even travel to 5 weeks or even more. You see, better late than never. We will cut them some slack. But they need to also know that you don't wait. We are equally consumers. We buy the data. You know how many business some of us have lost simply because of this internet challenge? My director she has a lot of videos she has to post, but the internet is sluggish. At some point, she has to spend the night in the office. So it tells you how terrible this thing has affected everybody. So why do you keep the truth to yourself? Let us know. Yeah, we understand you are not providers. You are just there to make sure that you regulate and all that. But then, your duty as an NCA is to make sure that once the thing started, you get hold of the exact problem, then you let Ghanaians know. They will be on guard. But don't wait for a popular person to be affected before you think of the masses. That for me, they can't. But yes, you have done well to bring us subsequent communities. But you see, this thing is a wake-up call. Somebody will say, oh, as Ghanaians, we can't boast of internet. We can't even make one for ourselves. And it's not limited to Ghana alone. Other countries have suffered. So the continent as a whole, what are we also doing? Because this should really, really open our eyes and tell us, okay, what if you wake up one day or this very whole thing travels to a man, 2, 3, or 4, and there is no internet? It means we don't have an alternative. And it's serious. It's really serious because as a continent, when we have all the resources, our leaders, every time we'll take flight, go to other countries, have seminars, speak, and then let the whole world know that yes, Africa, we have gold, we have this, we have that, we have this. But when you're trading or when you are out there having conversations of how to trade, how to make the motherland better, what do you think of? It should cross your mind that issues like this, internet, we can't make it. They are doing it. So we should have, by now, Africa, we should boast of our own internet. It's 2024. We have it all. But rather, we will decide to trade and then ask them to take over our minerals. Yes. When we come to Ghana, it's the same thing. Our gold industry, we have given it to them. They are mining. They are mining for a long time where you and I, our kids will even come, will have to come and then pay debt and all that. We borrow. And when we borrow these monies, we don't channel them into sectors where it will benefit us. Because for me, it is 2024. If Africa had an internet, an alternative, bro, it'll be faster, it'll be bigger than us. And now I understand, say, other countries, them I won't say, be worse. It be worse. Yet we have African leaders who on daily basis will go to seminars, speak grammar, and let the whole world know that yes, they are capable. Yet issues of internet has affected you. It be sad. It's a wake-up call. It's sad. Leaders, especially ECOWAS, African Union as a whole, we need to sit and realize that this should be a wake-up for the continent. Because other continents, they have experienced issues like this. But then they have a swift way of dealing with it. They have alternatives. They are satellites. Satellites are an alternative. But here, down here, bro, ask yourself, down here, if this thing travels like a month or 2, banks are going to be affected. Already banks, my transactions have, they go on. Nothing is working. And now we are in an age where internet is part of our process, our daily activities. Because you realize that without internet on your phones, it's dead. Because some of us, literally, you do everything on your phone. And now, something like this, as important as something like this, leaders are not thinking that we should have an alternative. Because one day we wake up and these people say, oh, your internet safe, Charlie, we take them. It be slow. It be very slow. So guys, this is it. Now I believe you've heard it. That it's likely that this thing will travel to 5 weeks and all that. Just brace yourself. If there's something you can do manually without the internet, try find a way. Because if you say you didn't work, they're not going to do anything. So on that news, guys, we will draw the curtains on today's episode of the Hot Takes with me, Nanaya Osang. Internet issues, slow. I hope so you could get data enough to go to the comment section and then drop your comment. We out.
YTV, yearn for more.